Eagles fly. Let's beat the squad. Big Pat Shell and Dante the Dark Child. Drop the stats on them. Drop the facts on them. Spur King, baby. Let's get it on.
Doom, 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 doom. And yeah, yo, what's up, Eagles family? Welcome to Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. We are here at Divisional Weekend, and I am pumped. I don't know about you, but I'm pumped. I was outside in that snow that's coming down here in Philly, and I am ready. I am ready for this weekend. I don't know about you. I am ready. What's up, Nichelle?
What's going on, Pat? I can't call it. How you doing?
I'm good.
How
I'm
you
I'm back in the
doing?
States. I got a new phone. There's a whole story for another time. But I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for this game. I'm ready for all this to happen, and I cannot wait. We're about to get things rolling in a minute. Shout out to the Dark Knight. He can't be on at this moment. He's getting his car serviced because it did unfortunately break down on him. But hopefully he will be here in the post game show as our Philadelphia Eagles can be victorious against the Los Angeles Rams. It's game time. It is
Listen,
game time. If you're not excited about this, I don't know what's wrong with you. You won't have a pulse.
listen. After watching last night, I cannot wait. I can't wait.
Listen, they showed up at the players the Rams hotel. It's calling them no you bums. I just can't wait to get this game on. Just like we're about to get this quarter on. So I'm about to get ready, get yourself ready, get hyped, get excited, get whatever you do for your pregame, get that regimen going, and let's get hyped for our Philadelphia Eagles as we take on the Los Angeles Rams. And as we get this first quarter started, Michelle, would you like to do the honors?
Of the first person in the room,
This
or the shots.
the normal Dark Knight
Oh,
speech.
well, you are watching Eagles Talk, the #1 sports show by Eagles fans for Eagles fans, and we like to talk about our Eagles and celebrate while having our favorite alcohol beverage, alcoholic or non-alcoholic. It's up to you, but it's our favorite adult beverage. So today, Pat, what are you doing?
I was gonna do the Henny, but I can't do that. I can't do that. I had to
Well,
go to the
somebody lost their phone in the water, so I don't know if he should be doing anything.
Thank you, Nichelle. I am doing the Woodford Reserve brand new bottle just for this divisional
Okay.
round. You know what you gotta do? You gotta tap the bottom.
Well, I am doing some little baby shots of Hornitos because I do still have to cook, and I got a little green in them, little Midori splash in them. So we green. Everything's green
There you
today.
go. There you go.
Everything's green today. The missus said, "Don't be smacking around and disrespecting her Hennessy like that. She ain't
I don't know what
playing."
I brought it for. Chill. But you know what? This is let us know what you're drinking out there. This is for our Philadelphia Eagles as we get ready to take on the Los Angeles Rams in this divisional round. This snowy football Sunday.
I know
So
that's
let
right.
us know what you're drinking out there. To our Philadelphia Eagles down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the first quarter.
All right. So in the first quarter, we like to do to get the inactives out the way bright and early. Nichelle, you want to? Whew, I got it. For the Rams, for the Los Angeles Rams, then the actors are quarterback Stetson Bennett, offensive lineman Justin Dietrich, wide receiver Tyler Johnson, safety John Johnson III, defensive end Brendan Jackson, offensive lineman Joe Nope Boom, offensive tackle AJ Arcori. I think I said his name right. For our Philadelphia Eagles, the good guys, the inactors is quarterback, third string quarterback Tanner McKee. You know all that happens. He still suits up just in case he's the third string quarterback. Offensive lineman Darian Kennard, offensive lineman Trevor Keegan, wide receiver Anais Smith, cornerback Eli Ricks, offensive lineman Nick Gates, and safety Lewis Seen. Did I say it right?
Sine.
Sinay.
Seen, Sine. It's probably the same.
Yes. So that is your inactives for this Philadelphia game. A couple people. Oh my goodness, Jeremiah. Uh, let me get, before I go into comments. Whoa. Um, a couple things from the Rams inactive list. As you see, there are three people that are actually not on the inactive list. That was only practiced once this week. uh, Left tackle Arctic Jackson, starting nose tackle Bobby Brown the third, and starting quarterback Akilio Witherspoon. They were all listed as questionable, but they will be playing. They all have some type of injury. They was trying to rest them all week. So this type of weather, those injuries that you had will be magnified. If you had a groin injury, you have a hip injury, you had a hamstring injury, you had a quad injury, you had a rib injury, you had a shoulder injury. When you get outside in that weather, it will be magnified. And going against this Philadelphia team that's determined to get to the next round, it's going to be a very tough day for the Los Angeles Rams. So, first person in the room, the show's on you.
All right. Our first person in the room today is Richard Mr. Boulay. And what it do, Eagles
What up?
family? Second person in the room today is the Mrs. Steph Sandler. Hey, Steph, let's go. Like she said, don't be disrespecting the Hennessy.
She didn't have a single
Our
ounce
third,
of Hennessy when we was away. What are you talking about?
our third person in the room is Jeremiah Andrews. Welcome, Jeremiah.
What's up,
And
Tim?
our fourth person in the room, our man from down under, Tony Burr. And yo, go Bird fan. What's up? What's up?
What's going on,
We got
Tony?
JT checking in. Let's go, Birds.
Let's get
Oh
it. Let's
man.
get it. Let's get hyped for this
Man,
game. I'm ready for this
I've
game.
been itching to play. It was hard watching everybody play yesterday. It was just hard. I was like, I'm just ready to watch my team play.
Yeah.
It really was. And I called that upset with Detroit. I was like, I think Washington's about to give them that work because the NFC East is really what it's all about. That all season we had to hear how great the NFC North was. Well, where they at? They all home on the couch.
They on they booking their trip to Cancun. Actually,
Period.
some of them might have been in Cabo already with me.
Oh,
Listen, the show. I am so ready for this game. I can't even think the way I want to think about what I want to talk about because I'm so hyped and so ready to actually get this game going. The real good thing that we have going for us is that our offensive line is much bigger than our defensive line. That
mhm,
defensive line from the Rams last week sacked Jared Goff a team high 9 times in the playoffs.
mhm.
9 times.
We
Uh,
don't play those
not
games
Jared
in
Goff.
Philly,
No,
though.
I'm sorry, not Jared Goff. What did he play last week? Um,
I don't even remember.
I don't know. Oh, Baker Mayfield. They tackled Baker Mayfield. No, it wasn't Baker. Who the heck did they play
No,
last?
they didn't play Baker. That was Washington.
Who did they play last?
That's the thing. We don't even remember. I don't know.
I,
Doesn't matter.
listen. I was in Cabo. I don't remember. I'm pulling it right now. They played the Minnesota Vikings, so they sacked
The
Sam
Vikings,
Darnold.
biggest
Uh,
frauds ever. First
yes.
of all, their record was not really reflective of. You know how they say there's some really good teams that don't have winning records, like the Bengals
Mhm.
and some of those teams. Same goes with teams with winning records. Some of those teams with super winning records, like the Vikings, I knew they weren't going to get past what they did. I
No,
really didn't. Like,
the
you know.
NFC North is. I'm not going to say out loud like they're frauds because they did their thing during the season. And once you get to the tournament, anything can happen. And then when you get in the
Mhm,
playoffs, anything can happen. Your faults get magnified. We saw that
mhm,
last night with the Detroit Lions versus the Washington Redskins. Their faults, their tendencies. They run to the left. This is the Detroit Lions. They run to the left. They play action to the right all the time.
mhm,
So it look like they're gonna run the ball to the right. They don't run to the right. They play action. That's their play action.
mhm.
I picked that out yesterday, and I'm not a defensive coach doing this thing. But yeah, the Los Angeles Rams played the Vikings last week and set Sam Donald to a tune of 9 times. 9 times. They was having a party at the quarterback.
Listen, listen. Same thing at the night game.
Yes. Yes. So the thing is, how do you combat that, right? You combat that with the number one rush runner in the league
And
and,
the number one O line. Stop playing with
and the
us.
number one office line
Come on now.
in the entire NFL, who all five should be all pros.
We don't play those games in Stoutland University. Come on now.
This is going to be a fun game. The snow is coming down, but it's not really affecting the field like it did back in, was it
Mm,
2008, I think it was, when they had like when we had like almost 20 inches of snow on the field. Um, it is going to be a factor. It's cold, it's a little windy, it's not too windy. It's the wind did die down, so I could tell you that from being outside. But
mhm.
this is the football snow you want to be part of. You want to be part of.
That's
Um,
right.
so what you think is going to be a main factor in this game for our Philadelphia Eagles to win?
To be honest with you, and after listening to so many of the pundits all week, whether it's national or local, and I listened to some of the pregame earlier today on WIP, and Hugh made a good point. Hugh Douglas made a very good point, and I feel the same way. I'm of the same philosophy. What they did last week worked. First of all, you don't turn the ball over because
Hmm.
turnovers are killing everybody,
Yes.
and we besides not turning the ball over, establishing that run game. You're not winning the championship without a strong defense and no turnovers. Period.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter how many yards you put up. Shootouts, we don't get into shootouts. We know why we don't get into shootouts. Like we have to stop this. Oh, can Jalen throw for 300 yards? He doesn't need to, y'all. We got the number one defense, which means we're never going to be in a position unless our defense fails at their job. We're never going to be in a position to get into a shootout. And we are ball hogs when it comes to clock management. Another thing that's going to be a key to win the game. So, clock management, no turnovers, and establishing that run game and letting our defense feast on that
Yes.
opposing line. Period. And that's our formula. And we need to just get happy with it. We're not this pass happy. We don't need to. If we needed to put up 300 yards and passing, it's
Good.
not like we don't have the ability.
We
Stop
good.
playing with us. Our quarterback has the ability, our receivers have the ability. But let's be real. Our receivers were a little bit banged up like all last month,
Hmm.
coming into this month. So even they were not running their routes all the way fully out. So I think our keys to the game is going to be exactly that same formula that got us here. And that's protecting the ball, burning that clock out, keeping the playing keep away, and making sure we score when we need to, and having our defense do what our defense does.
Definitely. Definitely. I 100% agree with everything you just said. There is no changes from the norm. The status quo is what worked. Continue with the status quo. I want to throw something at you real quick, Michelle. I'm gonna go throw this at you, right? I just want you to hear this real quick. Jalen Hurts only threw 25 passes. Jalen Hurts only had 177 passing yards. Jalen Hurts only had one wide receiver catch a pass. Jalen Hurts' defense had 8 sacks. Now replace Jalen Hurts with Patrick Mahomes. Because you know why? That happened in the Kansas City playoff win. And Mahomes is getting praised as a winner. This is by
Flip
Bill
flop Mahomes. You saw him trying
Coolio.
to flip
Yeah.
flop Mahomes,
So
trying to
this
flop.
happened. This happened yesterday, right? What I just said, everything that just said, it's the same thing that Jalen Hurts is doing, right? He's not turning the ball over. He's being efficient with his passes. Okay, last week AJ only got one pass. We still won by 12 points, right? The defense came up. The offense did what it needed to do. It needed to be physical. It needed to run the ball. That's the same thing we need to do today. We don't need a quarterback, like you said, to throw for 300 yards. If he needs to throw for 300 yards, I'm pretty sure I know he can do it. You
Period.
remember
Stop
that
playing
interview?
with
You remember
me.
that interview when he had the chain on his neck that it
Hmm.
was
He's like, I
marked
do what
with
I do, what I do it, whether you
is
like it
that
or
what
not.
you want? He said the gladiator. Is this what you want?
I know, right? Is that what you wanted? Jalen will turn it on and off whether y'all like it or not.
Yeah.
He does what's needed to win the game.
Uh,
Period. He
uh,
doesn't care that y'all want to see a certain type of win because that's not his job is to win the way you want him to win. His job is to do what? Win.
what?
Period. End of story. Get out your feelings
Let's be
because
honest.
you want to see high flying. What the high flying get Detroit? And they had a decent run game. Look what happened when they ran away from their run game and tried to be high flying, tried to get into a shootout. Look what happened. You can't do that with no defense.
And the crazy thing that you say that because you're about to end this quarter in like a minute, um, is that you look at the philosophy from all the teams that are left. They
Mhm.
are they're not finesse teams. The even though the Washington Commies they're a pass happy team, they run the ball, they dominate their run ball, and they win in the trenches. That's what they do. Right? You look at the Kansas City, they're not high flying team no more. They're a running team, and they win with their defense. You look at the Ravens and you look at the Bills. They are fighting teams. Those two teams are fighting teams. The Rams, they're a finesse team. They're coming from the West Coast to the left coast, and they're a finesse team. They're trying to change the philosophy from a zone block into a double team block to get their running game going. But the thing about that is when you have a defense that's conditioned for that, right? We have a number one defense that's conditioned to stop the run, to stop the pass in this type of weather. It's going to be a very tough game for the Rams, and I'm looking forward to our Philadelphia Eagles to take advantage of every single possibility of mistakes that this team will take have thrown at them, because I know Matthew Stafford's going to throw us at least one or two. We got to make sure we catch it. Q. Let's get to some comments right in this quarter. Daphne Nicole said, "Hey fam, I'm late, but go Birds! Yes, go Birds!" I thought the game started at 4:30. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, it starts at 3.
Oh goodness gracious! Drew Johnson from YouTube said, "Yo," he said, "Need to focus on handling blizzards." Yes. Dion is here. He said, "Is Styling University for profit?"
Well, I mean, for them it is. He gets paid, and so do they.
John D. Batista said, South Carolina Bird Game checking in. Let's hunt. I love that slogan. Let's hunt.
Let's hunt.
Brad Mitchell said, "I think we got past more because they're looking for sake." Look, no, Brad, I'm gonna tell you right now, we don't have to pass the ball more. Even though they're looking at it, they could put 8 men in the box. They still have to stop it. Right? Last week, the Packers put 8 men in the box. They still had to stop it. Saquon could have easily had over 200.
They still can't stop the tush push half the time.
They're not gonna stop.
And they know we running it.
I want to end this quarter, but I want to say this before I end this quarter. Jalen Hurts didn't throw the ball for a whole month. Jalen Hurts was rusty last week. His first 5 passes were perfect.
Yeah. I'm sorry. If you say it, to me, that's an oxymoron. If your first 5 passes are perfect, is that really rusty?
I'm just saying.
We can make all the excuses we want. We got the W. So
listen, Jalen Hurts is going to be so much improved this week. It's going to be night and day. So let me end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
And I'm thanking everybody for tuning to the Eagles Talk. I know Dark Knight is not here right now. Just keep him in your prayers. His car broke down, and he's trying to get it fixed, get it towed over so he can get on the show for the post game. But more importantly, is that he's safe, and whoever he has in his family is safe is in the car at this particular time. And we know you're watching out there, Dark Knight. So stay warm where you at, and we see you shortly. All right. But to our Philadelphia fans, we appreciate you for tuning in to Eagles Talk. I thank you, Nichelle. I thank you, Dark Knight. Last week, I know y'all was holding it down, and I was able to get on because in Cabo, man, listen, the reception was terrible in the airport.
I bet it was.
But this is a platform made by Eagles fans, and it's for Eagles fans. And what we do on our platform is that we drink the adult beverage. Now, it doesn't matter the adult beverage that you drink, as long as you're not toasting water. It's not good luck. All right, you can toast tea, you can toast lemonade, you could do non-alcoholic beverages, or you could do an alcoholic beverage. What I like to do, I do Wilford Reserve. What Nichelle likes to say, as long as you enjoy it safely and be responsible with your beverage and do not drive and drink. To our Philadelphia Eagles, let us know what you're drinking out there. I am drinking a Wilford Reserve. Nichelle has got some Midori,
Midori, so it's green. Everything green today.
Everything green today. And I got the Green Eagles Cup. You noticed that. Let us know what you're drinking out there. To our Philadelphia Eagles down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the
You know what time it is. It is the second quarter, and right now in the second quarter, I want to talk about something that could be our downfall today, and that is our kicker, Jake
Ooh.
Elliott. This is not going to be a very friendly game when it comes to the kicking game, but it needs to be a very safe and conducive game for him. When it comes to scoring our touchdowns, we need him to be perfect. Yes, I'm talking about perfection. Perfect in kicking the extra point. When it comes to kicking field goals, there is no excuse. Jake, you have practiced in the stadium all week. You have showed this year that you have been average. You haven't been the Jake that we know. I don't know what happened to that Jake.
Yeah, I don't. He used to be clutch. He
But
used to have ice in his veins.
But
Like,
Jake, we need you to go back to that Jake back in 2017 to have that ice in your veins. Because you know what? We're playing for a NFC championship game to be held here in the city of brotherly love. And we need you on your A game because we know our offense and our defense is going to be on the A game. Our special teams need to be consistent today and be clutch. What you say, Nichelle? What you think?
yeah, I mean, that really is my only concern is making sure that if it is a tight game, we we have a kicker. But as you know, as we saw in the beginning of the season, we were wondering why Sirianni was going for it on so many fourth downs. But I also have faith in our fourth down game,
Mm-hmm.
especially if it's fourth and short. You know, it's rare that we don't get those. So the numbers don't lie. We have the capacity and the ability to get hard fourth downs if it comes to that. But I don't even think it's going to come to that.
No, I don't.
To be honest with you, somebody mentioned, let's get into some of these comments. As Drew says, we're built to win.
We are built to win. Shout out to Drew. He's overseas right now, and he said, "I
We
need
are
an
built
MVP."
to win, and y'all just have to recognize we're built to win, not win pretty. Look at Detroit and all those high scoring games. Where they at, y'all? Where they at?
You know
Where they
some. You know what's something funny about Detroit? My grandfather, who's 93 years old, he said, "Pat," he sat here and we watched the game. He said, "Pat, I think we was playing. Matter of fact, we were playing the Rams." And he said, "Pat, don't worry, we're going to win this game." I said, "Okay." He said, "Yeah." Then he said, "Pat, we have the team. We have the enough capability to beat the Lions. If we play the Lions, we can beat them." I said, "Pop, how you know that?" He said, "Just look at the team." I said,
at?
"Pop," and that's just one of the time that the team was molded into what they are now, right?
Hmm.
And it's great to hear that from some a gentleman that has seen and heard of more things on this planet than I have ever in my lifetime at 93 years young. And another thing he said yesterday to my brother Paris, he said Paris put money on the Washington Commanders to win the game against the Lions. He said put $25. You know what my brother did? He put 50 on it.
I know that's right. I know that's right, Shell. I know that's right, Shell.
So
Let's jump into the comments. Tony Brown, we got Tony Brown that says, but hey, golf threw over 300 yards yesterday. A few Lions fans today would give that up today for zero turnovers. Would they not?
150 yards passing, zero turnovers, 2 touchdowns in a win. If you knocking that, you're knocking it. The 2002 Tampa Bay Buccaneers had Trent Dilfer as their quarterback. Their defense, their run game led them to Super Bowl.
Period. Defense wins championships, y'all. Not thrown for 300 yards.
No.
Okay. I know we want to see everybody be pass happy, but if that's not going to win us the chip, you need to get on board.
We're here for one reason. Like Saquon said, the reason I played the last game, I'm not here for records. I'm here for a championship.
Fred says, let's go. Time to dominate.
Yes, it's time.
Bobby Mack calling for that all season. Steven in the house. Axeman Part 2 starts today. Yo, I hope he gets the feast today. I hope
want to
young
talk
boy gets
about that in the
feast
third
today.
quarter, but yeah, he's going to feast him and Oren Burks. Oren Burks do some good things. X-Man Jr. does some good things too. And that stadium is going to erupt if he's out there and he makes a huge play. That stadium is going to erupt the minute he does the X. Like
Listen, this gonna be a wrap. Drew said, well said. You want to win or you want the numbers? You're gonna have to choose. It's the playoffs.
Listen,
You want the trophy Or you still talking about stats?
Woo!
Because I want a trophy.
We're talking about championships.
Brad has a question for you, Pat. Is it Detroit players he's surrounded with or the offensive play calling?
No, it was. They don't have no defense, so they can stop.
Yeah.
This is gonna
Look,
stop the
look,
goal.
45 points. That
Their
means your defense is not playoff ready.
their whole starting defense has been on IR at one point. The whole
Hmm.
starting defense has been on IR, so their whole defense is not there. So you can put up as many points as you want to, but when you don't have defensive players, that's an issue. You say you next man up all you want, but when you have 15, 20 starters go down, that's an issue. David Montgomery came back. He had an MCL. He had an MCL,
Mm.
not a MCL.
Hmm.
He played yesterday. I got to take my hats off to him for playing, but at the same time, injuries catch up to you, especially in this tournament that we call the playoffs. You get taken advantage of.
Bobby Mack screenplay if they stack the box. Our man from South Kakalaka, John D. Batiste. Part of what makes us who we are is that you know what we're going to do. We know what we're going to do, and you still can't stop us. I know that's right, John. I know that's right.
Yo, that's the thing. Like even
Chris
said,
already jumped out with the score,
that's
45-35.
too
Okay,
close.
Chris.
That's too many points. So first,
Yeah,
first of all, as
I
a
don't think it's
defensive
going to be
player,
that high.
we take pride in how many points we let up. We take pride in how many points we let up. I know last time we beat them 37, 14 or some crap like that. But at the end of the day, we take pride in not letting that many points up to a team that we should beat handily. And I'm saying that we should be on our A game. I'm not saying that with any kind of a swagger. I'm saying that as a Philadelphia Eagle fan, that this Philadelphia Eagle team right now it needs to beat down on a little brother and keep their foot on their neck the whole entire game.
We got Anthony T. Johns in the house. What up, Eagles talk? Let's
You
come out flying on both sides of the ball. Special teams, do what you got to do. Hit them in the mouth and get this win. Go Birds.
get this win, get back, get healthy, and let's get ready. Let's get ready.
Okay.
Let's hunt.
Long live Heavy Firecracker Mill. Let's hunt.
What up, Firecracker?
Let's go. Let's go. We have the best defense left in the playoffs. Defense wins championships. Let's go. Exactly.
Let me get to Shell comment because there's a lot in that.
Oh, I'm just scrolling down. I was trying to get everybody in.
I see. I just want to get to that whole because he put family Eagles. Let's see if I can get what happens when you bring it up. All right, cool. Family Eagles. We need to run the ball and limit the Rams' ability to have the ball. I am extremely excited about 54 Jr. in the defensive lineup today. The link is going to go crazy if he makes a great play. Shell, you're still yelling at us, but I feel your energy.
Right?
I feel your energy. And what he just said actually is kind of the right philosophy we need to take into this game, right? Don't let the Rams have the ball for a long period of time. Use what we have. They have a small defensive line that's catered to rushing the passer. They don't have a defensive line that's ready for taking on the run game all game. Last time we played them was 255 rush yards by Saquon Barkley, 270-yard runs.
They don't want that smoke.
They don't want that smoke.
They
And
don't want that smoke.
we gotta reiterate it from the beginning of the game, from the first quarter that we get the ball to the end of the game. That you know what? We came all over here for a visit. It's time to take it back to LA.
That's right. We got Steven again. How awesome it's going to be if Trotter has sack in this game. Yeah, I think that's the sentiment for everybody. Everybody wants to see, Trot 2.0 come out and see that he gets some work.
If he has a sack in this game on the show, it's gonna go crazy. It's gonna be snowballs
bananas
in the air, not at the players. Those snowballs in the air.
Mr. Leclerc's, defense has too many injuries.
Let's talk about the Lions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to
too many injuries. And you're welcome, Stephen, for reading your comment. Hearts to you.
I
Of course,
can't.
listen. This is the show for all of us. This isn't about us that's on the screen. It's about everybody. So we give everybody a chance to kind of say their piece. Drew has a good point. We struggle running screens. For me, don't be cute. Grind them in the dust. Get the green fence going downhill. I say the same thing. You know what it is? Our screens take too long to develop. They need to come out quicker.
They're not like
Number
what it
one.
used to be. They're not like how they used to be. And
No, they're not how they used to be. And we do struggle with the screenplay. We've gotten into it a little bit better than previous to last season. I
Mhm.
would say that, but I think there's still work. But again, that goes back to me and some of this kind of vanilla basic play calling. Like, why aren't we practicing more screens? And why aren't we giving them different looks so they don't even think it's a screen and we throw one anyway? You see what I'm saying? Why aren't we putting people into different positions, motions, whatever? So we don't disguise our plays, and that's what bothers me the most is that we don't disguise our offensive plays. I think those numbers that everybody wants would have came more this season if we had more creativity in our play design. And our creativity in our play design has nothing to do with Jalen. It ain't have nothing to do. It really has to do with Sirianni and Kellen.
Mhm.
They're the ones that have to draw these plays up. They're the ones with all these Ferraris that they're only going, 80 miles an hour. Open it up. Go 160 miles an hour. But that becomes with creative play design. And when your play design isn't creative, your quarterback stays under shotgun. He's never under center, and you're not giving different looks. You're
Mhm.
going to stagnate your offense off and on. It's not going to make for a consistent um, high yardage offense. But
Yeah.
when you have the defense and you have the discipline to not turn over the ball, to control the clock, and to run the ball, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Like Nichelle said, what we're doing in this quarter, because you know what time it is, halftime, and we got to get moving because we got about 15 more minutes before this game starts, and I'm pumped. We're gonna have a 5-minute fourth quarter. We're gonna have a 5-minute third quarter. We're gonna have a 5-minute fourth quarter. Just to get you ready for this game. We want you
We're
right.
about to go halftime. Can we
We
get the
want there.
eh,
We want you to sit right there in
eh?
the seat to see the start of the game. We don't want to be talking like, all right, the start of the game. No, we want you there. We need that energy. So let's end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
So let us know what you're drinking out there. I'm drinking a Woodford Reserve. This is Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And what we do here at Eagles Talk, we are a very unique Eagles Talk channel. We are one of the greatest Eagles Talk channels in Facebook history, period. And we're trying to get there on YouTube. Please like, subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can get there since TikTok is gone. um, Let us know what you're drinking. Please be responsible with whatever you're drinking. If you know you're drinking, you got to drive, call an Uber. To everybody in the tailgate, please be safe down there. We want you to be safe.
Mhm.
We also want you to have a good time. Let us know what you're consuming. But right now, it is time for me to drink. So for all Eagles fans, Nichelle, what you drinking over there?
A little tequila with a splash of Midori for some green,
Some green.
mean green.
To our Philadelphia Eagles getting this victory today. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
Eagles Talk, the number one Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That is
Throw your
by
birds
Eagles
up,
fans
y'all.
for Eagles fans.
Let's go.
The third quarter.
Really quick, because I said 5 minutes, but you know what? This is 3-minute quarter. This is a 3-minute quarter. Nichelle, we have to come out there from the beginning when they say go, when the ball is kicked off and dominate like we did last week. Now, how we started that game was knocking the dude jockstrap loose. We do it again. I can't say the word I want to say.
Loose. I know you can. I know. We try and keep it PG-13 up in this joint, so it is what it is. No, we do have to establish our dominance. We have to establish our presence on the field as soon as this game starts. But that's the name of the game in the playoffs anyway. We got to let them know that ish is not sweet when you walking into the link, and you walking into the link on a cold day. We about this life. We about these elements. That's not a problem for us. But what they need to realize is that we have to play our physical game, and that's what's gotten us here. We are a very physical team. It's chipping. There's people getting ejected. We have that fight. We as the coach likes to say, we have that dog in us, and that dog likes to bite this year. You can tell by our players are all about that life, down to our quarterback step into the D lineman that had the penalty against Saquon. We're about that life. So if you're not ready to get physical, let's get physical. Listen, if you're not ready to get physical, don't come into the link. And that's what it has to be. We have to play the Broad Street Bully game that we've been playing to get us.
I got to do this. We got Dark Knight coming up. What up, Dark Knight?
Is he there?
What's up, guys? What's going on?
Hey, Dante. Yeah,
we hear you.
I've been running into a lot of difficulty that I do not expect our Philadelphia Eagles to run into today. I hope they have it a lot smoother than what I've had it, but I just had to jump on, man, because this is the biggest game of the season. We're in gladiator season, so every game that we play is the biggest game of the season. And this is it for us as we face the Los Angeles Rams. We got to put the smack down. The NFC East has been well represented thus far. The Commanders knocking off the number 1 seed, and we're the number 2 seed. It's expected for us to do what we're supposed to do. It wasn't expected for the Commanders to do what they did last night, although I'm not shocked because they do come from the NFC East, and we come from the NFC East. So let's go out and take care of the business that we need to take care of today and meet the Commanders in the link next week so we can exact some revenge. But before we get there, we got to do what we need to do today, and that's smack down the Rams. And I think that we have all that it takes to do that, man. We're bullies, and we got to come out and just do what we've been doing, man, pushing people around, getting physical, hurting people, put 3 people out the game last week. We need to put at least 3 people out of this game, too.
Put the pause on them. Put the pause on.
Pause and pause.
Yo, shout out to you, Dark Knight, man. I want to say one real quick thing. Shout out to Eddie. I know you're out there in Cali. I hope you're not affected by the fires. But he did put up a comment. He said he's at a sports bar right now in Cali. All Eagles fans have yet to see any Rams fans. Listen, I'm a Rams fan, and I see all green in a bar. I'm walking away. Nope. That's not for me. That's not for me. That is not for me.
It's probably by design you don't see any Rams fans there. If they got any type of indication that it was going to be some Eagles fans in there. You guys saw the video where we had to ban one of our fans, and I do not advocate what I saw on that video. But, I guess that's the persona that we carry as Eagles fans. So if I heard about a darn party with the Eagles fans there, and I wasn't an Eagle fan, I probably wouldn't show up either. I probably wouldn't, I'm to be honest with you. But that's how I hope the Rams feel coming into the link today. I hope they feel that same way. I hope that our fans now I advocate being that way from the stands to the team. You can do that. You can scream and all that, do that, intimidate all you want when you're sitting in those stands and you're directed towards the team. But what I saw happen in the stands last week, no, we don't advocate that.
Yeah, I'm gonna address that, but that
listen, everybody involved was a mess in that. From the people that came in looking for clicks to the guy that didn't know how to control his mouth. A mess. Yeah. We don't
so that was a situation where it was a manufactured
It was
situation.
beef.
was
It was
manufactured.
manufactured beef for
Right.
clicks, and that's what I didn't like about any of that.
So
But I still
I'm not
didn't like
on
his
that.
reaction.
Right now, I'm on this game.
Right? That's listen.
And right now on
Listen.
this game, I am hyped up. Dark Knight, Nichelle. Listen, I hear you, I feel you, but you know what? I'm about to go out in the snow and get some more snow in my system because I
Yeah, yeah,
need this.
And
Dark
shout
Knight.
out to Philly bringing Too Short to the party. I go on
Yes.
and
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Hey, blow the whistle.
But
Shout out to
we're gonna
Philly
end
this
this
year.
quarter because we got about 5 minutes before this game
Yeah,
starts. So we're gonna end this quarter.
and I need my little hype song, Pat. I need the remix, Pat.
I can't play it till
Yeah,
after.
yeah.
I play that afterwards. I
After
tell
what,
you
the
why.
game?
I tell you why after the game.
All right,
I tell you why after the game. So we
Oh
end this quarter.
And
man.
all right.
that's the end of the quarter.
So let's know what you're drinking out there. Dark Knight, can you do your thing? Can you do your you can do your
Oh
spill?
yeah, yeah. I can do the spiel. Although you guys sound a little better than me audio wise, but you are watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, that is the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. It is game time. Everybody has to have their shots ready. Let's go. Let's go. I am doing nothing, but that's okay. You guys do it all. I know Pat is doing the Wilford Reserve.
Yes,
Nichelle,
sir.
what are you doing?
I have a little Hornitos tequila reposado and the splash of Midori for the green.
Okay, all right, a special concoction just for the Eagles. Let me know what you're doing out there, and let's get this party started. It's about to go down. So, down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
All right, it's time for the predictions, man. It's going down. What y'all got? I'm gonna give mine real quick because I'm on the move. So I'm gonna give mine. I think that the Philadelphia Eagles, that we come out and we do what we've been doing. It's no time to get cute with this or anything like that. We know we're going to be facing a more improved Ram defense, but I still don't think they have what it takes to stop the physical offense and defensive line of our Philadelphia Eagles. So we come out, we take care of business as usual. There's no high-flying act here today. Vic Fangio slows down the Rams, and in doing so, that keeps us out of any type of shootout or anything like that. And we impose our will on the ground with Saquon. Maybe he doesn't get 250 yards today, but 100, 120, that's good enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
Us with a lot more points than them.
Nichelle?
All right, so I think I'm in the frame of mind of the most recent A student of Stoughton University, summa cum laude, Cam Jurgens, when he said, choose violence. And I don't think LA is ready or about that life to choose the kind of violence that we are going to choose on that field today. I definitely have us winning by at least a touchdown, possibly 10 points or more, and us coming out victorious.
So you brought up something that's near and dear to my heart. It's not violence; it's called violence on the field. If you listen to WIP, especially on a Fridays, you hear a guy named Rios from North Philly,
Oh.
London Park section, and this week he had a very, very touching and moving segment where he gave this poem of violence and blood on the field and get my neck roll and 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 attack this team. Shout out to Rios. With that being said, I always talk about I'm not worrying about the line of scrimmage because I know what we're going to do with the line of scrimmage. Our offense and our defense will do what is necessary at that line of scrimmage. But today is a game where we put our talents, we put our A+ game on the field. Today is a game where we go out there and not just dominate on offense and defense, but I said Jake Elliott. It's time for him to be Jake Elliott from the past. With that being said, I don't think it's close. I don't think it's close as much as everybody thinks it's close. I think we win with way more points than the Rams. Rams is just here because they say, "Oh, we here. Hey, it's cold though. Let me put my jacket back on." Eagles, way more points. to the Rams.
That's what's up.
Let's go.
All right. Let's go. Let's wrap it up. Can we get some walk-off music?
Yes.
Can we
Let's
get
Yeah,
some
Lees,
walk-off
let's go.
music?
Let's go.
I don't know which music to play. Let me do this. All right, y'all. We out of here.